remember your first, day of audition?
You acted as a few people lah.
I acted as both people.
So I told them, hey, I can talk makcik-makcik, like makcik-makcik.
They asked you to sing also.
Showcase the talent.
Showcase the talent.
How come I didn't have to showcase any talent?
Maybe your friend is your talent.
Okay, so that we have already touched on our strengths, how about the struggles that we managed to overcome? Do you guys have any?
Of course. I think I briefly mentioned just now about my struggle. It was speaking in Malay with no slang. So to overcome that, I actually really practice. I would like, okay lah, I don't share how I did it lah. Malu. It sounds a bit silly, but it worked. So basically, I always listen to the Malay radio, and then sometimes I would copy how they were like talking, or like repeat after them. And then I actually went to the library and I borrowed Malay books, and I went in front of the mirror and I read it out one by one so that I can hear myself and see whether there was still that slang. And after a while, I think it really like improved over like the course of the whole competition.
That's actually a really good tactic.
I don't think that's an embarrassing tactic.
Yeah,
I don't know,
you can
it's
share
very
it to
silly,
people
right?
once you do that also,
It's a lot of hard work. People see macam the outcome, but they don't really know what actually happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, so that's what I did. And then like, I think because of my slang, right, it kind of gave me an advantage also because people didn't see me as like a threat. So I was able to enjoy this competition with no politics or whatever. Like, I didn't have to worry about anyone like feeling threatened or anything. So I was really able to enjoy the competition. It's not a struggle I overcame, but I'm just saying like how the struggle was like helpful to me also. Yeah,
I see. For me, I guess my struggle would be, again, self-confidence. I have stage fright, so when I was there on the stage during the live shows, I feel myself trembling, and I also do have like a little bit of anxiety. I know this sounds very common, like some people overuse this word, but I feel like fainting every single, before every single episode. Backstage, I was trembling, I don't really talk to a lot of people. So I guess that's kind of the biggest struggle that I experienced throughout Elite Surya. But I guess I kind of improved on that. I don't feel as afraid back then, compared to back then. When I, stand in front of the camera, I feel much more confident.
I feel like I can relate to that actually, because I do have like a little bit of stage fright, even though like I was also in performing arts. Like I did Malay dance, but it was always in a group. So it was when me solo, I always like cannot look at the camera, and then when I look at the camera, I like stiffen up. So I'm not like my natural self anymore. But I think it helps with a lot of practice. So like just go home and like record yourself talking, and then listen out for like what is your flaws. And just work on it.
That's what I did too.
Yeah.
I look into the mirror and talk to myself a lot.
Okay, so it's actually
a normal thing.
Okay,
Common.
For me, is that I have struggles with pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Even right now.
Pronunciation.
Yeah,
Okay,
with pronunciations. Like, because I have braces. Okay, I know like people, you have braces, so what, is it an excuse? Of course not, but it's still hard for me because at that point of time, you know how big my teeth was, right? Like the gap. So it was quite hard. And at the same time, because I'm a theatre student, so usually my mindset is just, okay, acting. There's no hosting at all. And I have no experience at all with hosting. So for me to interact with audience, it just makes me like nerve-wracking, like super nervous. Like, what am I going to say to the audience? Like, how am I going to, interact with people? Like, how to answer it back? Like, there's so many things in my head. But as time goes by, during the workshops and all, I think Alhamdulillah I managed to overcome it.
I understand you, babe, because like I wore braces before. I think Farah also wore braces before.
It's a common problem lah, right? Speaking properly.
Anyway, when I'm sitting here, I cannot help myself to rethink, like, how did this friendship started?
Right.
It's so random.
Because we were
me and you.
we were both in a different group, you know. So it's like, how did we actually?
Like they were from like
Group B,
Group B, and we are from
Group A. So do you guys have like first impressions of each other? Maybe I start first.
Okay, go ahead.
spill the tea. Can I go second then? Okay. Go first.
Okay, so my first impression of Farah was, I knew somehow that we are gonna be friends, but we didn't click right away.
Yeah.
So when I met her, I'm like, why is this girl not, like not putting in the effort to talk to me? I did try to talk to her a lot. Then she was just like, oh, okay. Then I'm like,
I was very shy. I was very shy, and everybody knew each other, so I was just very very reserved. Yeah.
because I was very close to Fatin back then, Fatin Taha. But she was grouped in Group A, so I was separated from her. And I'm like, the next person that I can be close to is Farah. And then she's like, don't really want to talk to me, so I'm like, oh, okay.
So you check a person's vibe before you even talk to them.
But after
Vibe
that,
check.
the vibe check is okay. But throughout the competition, we actually became really good friends, right?
Yeah, we became really good friends. I would
Yeah.
borrow her bottoms, and then she would help me out. Yeah, I'll borrow your
Skirts,
pants,
you mean?
your skirts. Yeah, as in like pants and skirts lah. Yeah. So like we weren't like competitors in that sense, Like
Yeah.
we were really like helping each other out.
That's why. We don't really. I mean, like, yes, we do feel like both of us are a threat to each other or something, but we don't like, hide our tips and tricks. We always help each other throughout. And then for Atika is, when I saw her, I'm like, oh my god, this is some popular girl or something. I don't think she's gonna talk to me. So when she was walking, because back then she had really short hair, so she's like that bold kind of theatre kid. I wasn't from theatre. I'm always very, like, I would say inferior to theatre kids. So when I saw her walking very confidently, I'm like, wow, girl, work it.
But I did find you very pretty when I saw you. Then I was like, oh, she's with her.
She's with her. Oh,
Then
okay.
I'm like, okay, she's not gonna talk to me because
Oh.
you look kind of a bit arrogant.
No lah.
Yeah.
Astagfirullah. Tak ada lah. And then for Shika, funny story was we actually talked to each other backstage during our promo shoot while we were doing makeup. Do you remember?
No, I don't, honestly.
And
Why? What happened?
And then we were like, hey, babe, should we exchange our Instagram handle? And then I saw her Instagram. She's like, @whitevellum. I'm like, wow, she's the owner of White Vellum. I'm like, that's a huge thing. And then apparently, because back then I had my business, selling halal nail polish, and then she was like one of my customer, and I didn't know that. So that was like automatically friendship forged.
Like, I was her customer before I even knew her. Like, she was at Select Fest and I bought her like her nail polish. Yeah, so it was so coincidental.
It was a really interesting
Fated.
story how all of us are connected.
Yeah. Then for you, that was my first impression of you actually was like kakak vibes. Because she
What
went
does
to
that
like kakak vibes are like very kakak.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I
Right.
say like she's
Okay,
like,
okay.
oh.
Yeah, because
Why?
she,
Do I look old?
no, you look very
No,
mature
not
and like
matured.
very confident and like also because of the whole thing that you were both at Select Fest, macam wow, you were somewhere, that kind of thing.
You're the same age, girl.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Then after that, when I saw Atika, right, I remember because I was like sitting down at a corner because I was like so shy. And then suddenly this girl, she was like with her leopard prince punya
Oh my
tights, right?
God.
Then she walk, and then she sit beside me. She was like, hey, hi.
She's talking to me.
Oh, no.
She was so friendly and like so fashionable. I was like, okay. And then like for Farah, my first impression was when it was the top 40, the punya announcement, right? So you were chosen in the top 16, and I was like, whoa, this girl so confident because like you were wearing spectacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't dress up. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, no effort.
That's what is
I
my first
didn't
impression
think they
of
would actually like call us down and like make us stand in a row and like show it on TV. So I didn't come in like dressed out or anything. I was just wearing a plain white tee, some like green like slacks, green pants, and like sandals.
Yeah, she looks like a poly student.
Yeah, with specs. I didn't even bother putting on contact lens.
But my impression of that was like so effortless, macam so chic. And I was like, oh, this girl knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
like just come in simple, you know, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Simple but fierce.
Yeah.
How about you?
For me, okay, my first impression of her is really like, this girl don't want to talk, right? Like, so on her own,
See?
Then I was like,
I'm
okay,
not the
like,
only one.
Yeah, then she look a bit like somo, like really out of left out like that.
Oh my god.
I mean, sorry, that was my
Sorry.
first impression, you know.
Okay.
Okay, then for Shika, I think the first thing I talked to you was the one that I hi to you. I really find her a very sweet girl because she has this sweet look on her face, just very, very so lembut and it's so soft.
I thought she's the kind yang tak akan marah, like won't
yeah,
be
yeah,
angry.
that's why.
But I've seen that side of her.
Oh. And then for Amira, she's like, wow, the first thing I saw was like, wow, she's so pretty. Like, I think she's gonna get it, Like, she come in prepared, like, oh, I'm ready to, ready to be on stage, girl, But yeah, I'm glad to meet all of these girls because, like, who would have thought?
Yeah, okay, for mine, I think for Amira, I was kind of afraid of her. I was like, I think by the
You
time...
still are, right? Because I remember something later.
I
Nothing, no.
Okay. I think for context, I'm also younger than this girl, so sometimes I feel afraid. Like maybe not afraid, just like
3 years
respect,
younger, right? 3 years younger
3
than
years
me.
younger. So like I'm like adik or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, for Amira, I remember that like when I saw her, I was scared of her because she knew everybody. You were talking to everybody already, and then like you had this like slightly arrogant face.
No.
So I think even when she tried to talk to me, right, I was probably thinking like, oh my god, she's just trying to like get to know everybody, but like not like in a meaningful way, She just wanted to like say hi, bye, that kind of thing. So that's why I was like, okay.
Superficial is the word.
Yeah, kind of. But of course, my impression of her has changed, honestly. And then for Shika, I do remember. I think we only met during promo shoot, like the promo shoot, right? And then you were wearing this like body contrast with ties and everything, right? I thought you looked fierce.
Really?
Yeah, so when they were saying that you look like very nice and all, I didn't have that same impression.
Oh, I know why. Because it was the outfit they picked for me, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't actually the outfit that I chose. So suddenly they changed my outfit, right? And they gave me this really fierce look. Then I was like, that's not me.
So I was also like afraid of her. I think I came in being afraid of all these girls. And then for Atika,
Tell me you are not afraid of me.
no, I just thought of her as like this really cool like supermodel. And
Yeah.
I felt very inferior. I was like, man, this girl knows what she's doing. She's like up there. So yeah.
It's interesting how we are all having like different first impressions.
Yeah.
So why not we play a game?
Okay.
Yeah. For us to do some speed answering.
Okay, ladies, I have the questions with me right here. So I have 10 questions. You only have 3 seconds to answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, first question. First girlfriend made in Elite.
Fatin Taha.
Ellie.
Mega. Okay, next one. First guy friend made in Elite.
Haziq Halim.
Haziq.
Okay, mine was Farid. Next one. Favorite guest star in Elite.
Rahila.
Okay, mine I would say Alif. Next one. Who do you think would survive on an island alone? 3, 2, 1. Shika.
Me.
Farah.
I think I will survive.
Okay. Question number 5. Who do you think will end up saving you when you're drowning?
Farah?
Shika.
Sorry, Amira, but I cannot swim. We were drawn together. Okay, next one. Who is likely to be a millionaire first?
Farah.
Okay. Who do you think is the most kecho?
Of course, the one and only.
Machi.
Okay, last 2 questions. Who do you think is the most tomboy? I think myself.
I think
Shika.
I think a
Think
little
both
bit.
ah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then both of us.
same.
Okay. Next one. I think everyone would know the answer to this for me. Who do you think is the fiercest?
Amira.
She's fierce, girl.
Kakak
Actually,
fierce.
to me, Shika say.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so that's all the questions I have for today for the speed answering.
Oh my god, that was fun and amazing how far we have come ever since Elite Surya, and it has been 3 years.
So
That
fast.
was so fast. I'm so glad that Vibe Check brought us closer to each other. So guys, a little bit of takeaway from this is that for me, I feel that you should always try something new because you'll never know how far you can grow.
And don't forget to believe in yourself, even though when there are other people are going to look down on you, just ignore it and just go for it.
Stop thinking of the what ifs, just go je.
True that?
Yeah. And for myself, with hard work and resilience, anything is possible. So,
Right. So until next time, everyone. Bye.
okay, so are you going to finish this sandwich or can I have it?
I'm gonna take the Oreo.
Okay, thank you.
I see
Okay.
Rafa.
Can I play with
Yeah.
this? You wanna take a Polaroid?
Tak ada filem lah.
Ambil lain.
Memang tak ada. That's I ingat betul-betul you nak. I tak ada beli.
Alah, asal tak boleh?
$15. Itulah, I bought for prop tapi tak ada. So I bought it though. Okay, next time I beli lah. Then
lah.
put. Yeah, I should put
Good.
Kan memang sedap lah.
Tak apalah pakai je lah.
I tak minum green tea. Memang kosong Ya Allah. I tak dalam kau air. Finally, I can bersila.
Biasa kita beli green tea tadi, babe.
I tak minum lah green tea. I really, because green tea is green.
Tak. I tak nak letak green tea because
Oh,
I
not
think it
yet
should be carbonated lah actually. I guess.
Oh, ya Allah, still rolling.